Turn it up.
Let's go.
Turn it up.
Let's go.
Thursday night vibes.
What's
the
up,
vibes.
everybody? Welcome into the Winners Lounge. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What a night. What a night. Nuggets beat the Warriors 134-117. We are here to break it all down for you. We are presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, of course. Use the code DNVR when you sign up and download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Harrison Wind here, along with D-Line.
Oh, a.k.a. 3-0 line, dude. I hit all my bets. Dev, never come back. We don't need you.
There's no better feeling after a Nuggets win than opening up the DraftKings Sportsbook app, and it's just all green. Green like money. That's what we like. Also joined by Brendan Vogt on the end there.
Hey, how are you? Was that my intro?
Yeah.
Yeah, I took some notes, so
Okay.
I'm ready to go. I've got notes.
Doing it old school on pen and paper.
I handwrite now. Turning a lot of leaves, dude.
He did it, but he started to doodle on there too. We won't show you the details. Not appropriate.
Yeah.
That's as much as I'll say.
I blame my coworkers.
Man, we got a lot to go over tonight. A debate for King of the Game ensued among us.
Heated debate.
We'll get into
Are
that.
we still friends after that? I don't think we are.
I'm pissed.
And then we'll go over who else stood out and the storylines to come from this game. A lot to get to, but should we do a quick recap first? Let's do the fast recap.
Walk us through it.
This game started out with the Warriors on fire. The Warriors could not miss in the first quarter and second quarter of this game. It was 13-6 Warriors to start. They were hitting everything. Denver was not getting any stops in the first quarter, but the Nuggets were also scoring at will. It was 35-34 Warriors after one quarter. And then midway through the second, the Warriors were just like 10 of 13 from three. At one point in the first half, they were on pace to break the NBA record for three-pointers in a game, but they never really were able to get that much separation because the Nuggets were just scoring like every time down two. It was just the Warriors were hitting threes, the Nuggets were hitting twos. End of the first half, it was a Nikola Jokic takeover. He just dominated James Wiseman for a couple minutes. Then Kevon Looney came into the game. Jokic dominated him. Had a great second quarter, great close to the half. The Nuggets were up one at the end of the second quarter, again, with the Warriors like on pace to approach the NBA three-point record. Third quarter, Nuggets took over. Jamal Murray got hot. He had 27 points in his first 23 minutes of this game. Nikola Jokic got a triple-double in 23 minutes tonight. More on that in a second. And then the Nuggets blew this game open. They were up double digits late in the third, double digits for the entire fourth quarter. Michael Porter Jr. got hot late in the fourth, but it was a wrap, man. The Nuggets won this game pretty easily in the end, 134-117. Huge offensive night. They staved off a great Warriors three-point shooting game. And really, it was one really hot half of three-point shooting from Golden State. They tailed off in the second half. But Denver gets another win tonight, another home win. They've still only lost 4 games at home the entire season.
3 of those were like fake losses.
Right. One of those was to the Pistons. One of those was to the Knicks.
COVID.
Yeah.
No Jokic.
Yeah, like, but whatever.
Kovic.
Kovic.
The Nuggets just stacking wins here as we turn to February. Let's go over big takeaways.
Man. You go.
Oh, no, first
Don't fight, you guys. Don't fight.
I just wanted to say, Harrison, excellent recap.
Oh, thank you.
Good tempo.
You know what I liked about it? Quick.
Really quick.
That's the key.
It's the first goddamn-
The key in the quick recap
That's the
is to make it
first
quick.
quick recap that's ever been.
Yeah.
Normally we get like a very exhaustive,
That's right.
fast breakdown.
So I just
you.
wanted to say, job well done to you.
And I'd like to allow you to go first.
Oh,
wow.
Listen, I don't know if you guys have noticed. We noticed this as we started. This is the rarest combination of DNVR Nuggets personality.
I can't remember this combination of us three ever happening on a post-game show
It feels
before.
great, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm not
I
really
feel good.
sure.
I feel
I'm
good.
not really sure what role
We're
I'm supposed
stepping
to
on each
fill.
other's toes, but it feels like the
We'll
first day
see
of
how
school.
we feel in 50 minutes, but right now I feel good.
I've got like 3 big takeaways. So,
Bro, one at a time.
All right, I'll go with one. I used this one up 2 games ago.
You
I
have
feel
a big take. What a note.
I wrote it down. I wrote big in capital letters. It's Vlatko needs to be in the rotation. That's my big takeaway. I've said this before a couple games ago. I feel that much more sure about it now. Jeff Green, impressive NBA career, contributed quite a lot in myriad ways last season. I'm not seeing it this year. It seems effort related. I'm not sure what he does out there per se. And when so much of it is effort related, and one of the next guys up is Vlatko, who is so eager to play so hard, and tonight he was so good. Look, there are going to be nights where Vlatko doesn't look great, but you're never going to go, man, I wish he was playing harder. And with how effective he was tonight, I just think that guy's got to be in the rotation one way or another. And for me, I look at that Jeff Green spot and just think it could be him.
It's so obvious.
Yeah.
My big takeaway, two-prong.
Okay.
First prong, very positive. Peanut butter and jelly time. It's back. Jokic and Murray are lethal. They are unstoppable. They do as they please. The rest of the league is going to have to bend to their will. Second, bummer prong. Bones Highland it's a wrap.
Yeah, that was.
They didn't play him.
Yeah.
They were doing as what I hoped they would do, which is just test out that second unit. The first stint for the second unit, not great. The second stint for the second unit offense was not very productive. But they were just shooting from distance and hitting them all. But what they were doing is getting steals, turning the ball over, getting hands in play. They were playing hard defensively, and it's clear that is the advantage of switching out, I guess, a Christian Braun for a Bones Highland. It's obvious that is what the idea is, and tonight it paid dividends, and it's hard to imagine it coming back from it. So, yay!
I like the two-prong big takeaway, though.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, I agree with you. I want to table the Bones stuff for later in the show. We can definitely spend some time on it because there were some things that, emerged just from this game in regards to him that are interesting. My big takeaway is that, look, I know Draymond Green was not playing tonight, but we saw the Nuggets play the Warriors and Draymond Green the first round last year. The Warriors have no answer for Nikola Jokic.
No, they do not.
They have no answer for him with Draymond Green. They definitely have no answer for him without Draymond Green. Nikola Jokic had a triple-double in 23 minutes tonight. He has now had a triple-double in 23 minutes in 2 straight games. He also got one in 23 minutes against the New Orleans Pelicans 2 nights ago. But he dominated tonight, and, it was pretty easy. 9 of 13 shooting. Didn't even have to take a 3.
Nope.
I actually think that's a sign that Nikola Jokic is locked in and just extremely, extremely confident. It's when he doesn't even attempt the 3 because he just knows he doesn't have to.
Right. Yeah.
And, 16 assists tonight. He was just seeing the floor, seeing the game so well. And that was without Aaron Gordon,
right?
Who, 3-4 assists per game usually go to. So this was just another dominant night from Nikola Jokic. He scored exactly how many points he needed to. He took 1 shot in the first quarter. It was just a takeover tonight from him.
And another difference when watching him in this matchup, other than the very big difference in intensity from a playoff game, particularly on defense, Jokic had his guys. You saw how reluctant or futile the help was.
Yeah. Guys
coming off of Porter and Murray, and it's what do you do? They did not want to let Jokic score 40 tonight, so Jokic finished with 16 assists. And that was not present in that last matchup. So much of it was one-on-one and get through the help, and it's just such a different look this season. You got to play these guys straight up. And or before you know it, they have 134 points in regulation.
The craziest thing, Jokic did not want to score tonight, but he was and in the second quarter, he was fine.
Right.
And he just scored every time down, easily, no problem.
He stepped on the gas tonight to end that second quarter.
Yes.
That was all he needed, man.
All he needed, yeah.
He came into this game wanting to pass, wanting to get everybody going. He did that in the first quarter when he took 1 shot. And then, the Nuggets just needed that offensive push right before halftime. And he took over. And then in the third quarter, I thought it was great because Denver, you could tell, recognized that Golden State was tiring out a bit from playing the back-to-back.
Yep.
Going to overtime last night in Minnesota.
Yep.
And in that third quarter, the Nuggets just locked in. And I really feel like there was this sense of, okay, let's just lock in right now, tire these guys out, and end the game. And that's kind of what they did. Yeah.
Totally. Another game where initially Golden State was hitting everything.
Yeah.
And a good portion of that was poor defense from Denver. But I thought they mostly followed the script, to your point, where it was opportunistic and they locked up in the right time. And for how rough the first half looked, it's kind of crazy how easy the separation came when it finally did.
Right.
Like they fell off a cliff to Wynn's point.
Yeah, that's kind of like that's second night of a back-to-back stuff though.
Right.
I think
yeah.
more the Nuggets.
Overtime even, yeah.
The Nuggets. I mean, the Warriors came out and like they just did what the Warriors do, but they even for the Warriors they were so hot. It was like,
dude,
bro, this is not gonna.
Dante DiVincenzo, every time he even breathed
was
on the
four.
ball,
He
I
was
was
4
like,
of 4.
Oh man, that's going in.
Yeah, right. It was like okay.
Kuminga hitting his too. That's when I was like,
cum
oh,
bucket?
this could be Jesus.
What?
Bro, I know Adam's not on the
internet-
show
it's
today,
an internet
but like, that doesn't
nickname.
give you free reign to get canceled tonight.
Unbelievable.
Podcast listeners, it's whatever.
One more note on Jokic's night from me. Ben Mack had a good comment just a couple minutes ago, but yeah, there it is right there. If you remember in that first round series last year, Jokic still had an unbelievable series, but the Warriors double teamed him, triple teamed him, just swarmed him because the Nuggets just had nobody else, to beat for like that was going to be able to beat Golden State.
Yep.
Now you're seeing that the Golden State's going to have to play Jokic straight up because they have KCP, who's a 50% three-point shooter. Bruce Brown continues to shoot it great. Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., there's just so many more options where Golden State, they got to play him straight up, man. Like, even with Draymond,
they have to.
It's an interesting matchup, I'm telling you.
They have to, man.
The Nuggets have the advantage, man. The Nuggets are deeper than any other squad that they've got. I swear, like they just adding 2 starters in a game where there's only ever 5 people on the court at any given time. Then you have quality players that are on the bench. The stagger comes into play. Like, I mean, the Warriors, like, I don't know. Like, we were talking about this in the pregame and trying to figure out, the Warriors are kind of faltering this year. Like, what is it all about? Do they just not care? Are they a team that you have to fear when you hit the playoffs? I don't know. Like,
you ruined the chat. I just want you.
Oh
to
yeah, I know. I know that.
Sorry, keep making your salient point.
It's the greatest nickname that is.
It is pretty incredible. I don't know if it's awesome or.
No, it's great. Point being, like,
Awful.
the Nuggets have what they need, man. We keep saying this. Like, they keep displaying this over and over and over. Like, this year is different. They put their feet on people's necks. Dude, they don't
So
stop.
true,
They don't.
They can turn it up just for 5 minutes and end a game.
Over.
Like the
that's what
Warriors
happened
used to
tonight.
do.
That's exactly it. And remember, pregame, we talked about that, right? Like, yes, no Clay, and at the time we didn't know, no Dre, but like, there's still this element of flip the script, man. Run them out of here. Like, make them feel deflated and just dejected walking out of this building. And
Take
look,
that L on the way out.
I think they did that despite the really rough start. The game still finished that way. Like, if that game went another 20 minutes, I think that lead gets worse.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, they had
Back-to-back, I know
nothing.
all
They had
that.
nothing.
But yeah, I just thought it's cool to see. There are so many different ways Denver showed us just what you just said, Eric, which is like it's a psychologically, it's a different team.
Yeah. The other guy who just had a monster game tonight was Jamal Murray. And part of me wanted to give the DraftKings King of the Game to him, but this performance from him would have won it on a lot of nights. Nikola Jokic was just so good.
Sorry.
Jokic is the DraftKings Sportsbook
Sorry
King of the Game.
to all of the Kitchener faithful.
Sorry,
I
Kitchener, we
fought
love
for
you.
this. I fought for Jamal.
22,
Yeah,
14,
that was
and
a real
16,
fight.
I mean.
He's like, should it be Jamal? We were like, we were thinking Jokic. He's like, okay, cool.
Well, I mean, it was 2 out of 3 majority
Yeah, it was
rules.
math,
That's true.
bro.
We
It was
both,
math.
Open and shut case.
That's true. So now he can
Pretty weak
pretend.
fight.
He can pretend that he fought tooth and nail. Really, he was just like, all right, what are you gonna do?
But Jamal had an awesome night. I mean, he outscored Steph Curry tonight in fewer minutes. 30 minutes for Jamal, 33 for Curry. Goes for 33 points in those 30 minutes. 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 turnover. Man, this Vogt just gets a beer right on the show. This is incredible service right here.
Wow.
Hey, listen.
And and your sunglasses too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, right there.
When you
Thank
host a
Mercer.
podcast, let me tell you.
You're not even hosting. What are you doing? You're just like.
Co-host? Can I have
Did you
co-host?
just like DoorDash a degenerate pack? Sunglasses at night inside and a half-drank beer.
Can you let Wynn work, please? Wynn's trying to do the show.
The only part about Jamal's game that could have been better was his 3 of 11 shooting. He was ice cold from 3-point range to start and never really got that hot. But he filled it up tonight, 33, 5, and 8, just one turnover. And he had to defend Steph Curry and Jordan Poole. I didn't think Jamal's defense was great in the first half.
Agreed.
Second half, it got better. But to do this against Steph in that matchup, I thought was pretty cool. And Jamal's going to feel good about this because Steph's like his favorite player too.
And I thought even the shooting wind, I liked the 3-point shots he took. A couple, all right, heat checks, but the last game out, he shot open and early in the shot clock. I thought he did that again tonight, and I love that approach. So even if he didn't hit them, keep shooting those.
Yep.
Because if the scouting report gets to this place where it's like, if you go under or you miscommunicate or you're slow picking up in transition, like Jamal's going up for 3, I think that's the straw that breaks the camel's back in terms of full unguardability.
Yeah,
So,
that's the sledgehammer that smashes the camel's back. Right there.
Violent.
Jamal being back is everything. And then, brother, we've been through it with this team, man.
Yeah,
and we've just been waiting for this version of the Nuggets. But it's also a holiday. It's a Christmas-themed beer. So I don't even know how old it is.
D-Line's making this impassioned point, and you're drinking a beer in the wrong season.
It's a half-finished holiday that was delivered to him on set.
Seamless transition from great take to bullying me.
Well, I'm not bullying. I'm being bullied by this vision that I'm locked into. This is like, we've been waiting for this, like to have
he's back in the
Bubble
take.
Murray, Bubble Jokic, the competence of those two, the swagger, the inability to stop them. You add MPJ, you add KCP, you add any other 3-letter acronym that you want. The Nuggets cannot be stopped right now. Like, they just have an answer for everything. And more so an answer, like, they're the aggressors often.
Yep.
It's like, man, purgatory, although miserable, borderline worth it right now. At this
It
moment,
taught us a lot.
Borderline
it made
worth
us better. It made us stronger.
Dude, I feel weaker if I'm being real.
I've been tested.
Yeah, like my internal strength has been worn
it probably
down.
took a couple years off my life, to
man.
be totally honest. I do want to talk more about just kind of this team coming together and the image that we thought it would. Let's hit a break real quick. We'll get to that one sec.
Listen, guys, have you ever heard of DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top rated?
I love
sportsbook?
DraftKings on nights
I like to call
tonight.
it the ATM.
Did you guys make a lot of money tonight?
Oh, it's rolling. It's flowing into my account.
The thing about DraftKings is they're actually an official sports betting partner of the National Basketball Association. Right now, new customers can bet $5 and win $200 in free bets instantly. Plus, for a limited time, all new and existing customers can get a no-sweat same-game parlay every day. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app today, opt in, place a same-game parlay on any NBA game, and if it doesn't hit, you get a free bet back. Not a problem tonight, though, because if you follow our advice on the pregame show, then your bet's
Bro,
hit.
I'm on a straight parlay heater.
Man,
D-line.
I hit Nuggets minus 6.5.
Yep. Yeah.
MPJ over, which hit
The
on his
last
last
basket.
possession of the game.
Yeah.
He hit that layup and then subbed right out.
Yo, the Jamal Murray over 2.5 threes was the easiest, most stressful bet
And
in
he
the
was
world.
ice cold tonight.
Ice cold, but he shot like what, 8 or
11,
something?
I think.
He's
He
gonna
was 11.
We're gonna bet this every night until he gets over because he's gonna be shooting 11 3-pointers.
No,
Please finish the.
Why is it? He's not surprised he went for 11. He's trying for the record.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Please finish.
Download the app now. Use
so
code
right on
DNVR.
that.
New customers $5. New and existing customers can get in the no sweat same game parlay. Here's the deal. Just know that minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See those show notes for details. Thanks, super producer Kale. That's really nifty. Let's talk about pins and aces, because when you're playing golf, yeah, having fun is important, and for some people, so is winning. But I would argue the highest priority is looking dope.
Yeah, I
And
would too.
That's why Pins and Aces is partnering up with DNVR so we can get the word out and you can know that a family-owned golf and apparel business wants you to be dripped out in amazing polos, hats, golf bags, and a beer sleeve. I've told you this.
Don't
before.
forget the beer sleeve.
Look, 6-packs are cool, but with beer sleeves, you can bring 7 beers to the golf course.
Much cooler.
And they'll stay cold the whole time. So check out pinsandaces.com, use code DNVR, receive 15% off your first order, and get free shipping.
Yeah.
Harrison, that's pinsandaces.com.
Like,
man.
what if Brendan had 6 more holidays here on set that would stay ice cold the whole time?
Oh, can you imagine?
Ice cold for like 3 or 4 hours. It takes forever to play
We
18
should
holes of
start
golf.
bringing pins and aces golf sleeve.
Yeah, because then you can make sure that your beer remains
I
ice
know.
cold even
Let's
through
get one.
Jokic giving his presser.
That'd be the best promotion for pins and aces. Send us a quick golf sleeve.
Yeah.
We'll put it right here
there,
on the table.
and we pull from
We'll
the
have a
sleeve.
beer at the beginning of the show.
Apologize.
Then another one at the end.
We'll just be like, sorry for the quality of show. They're drunk and it's terrible.
Pins and aces.
Pins and aces. Let's
Free
go.
shipping.
All right, we're back here on the DNVR Nuggets.
Lindsay is
Winners
shaming me
Lounge,
nowadays.
presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use the code DNVR when you sign up and download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. I want to go back to what you were saying earlier, D-Line. What's been so enjoyable about the last couple months, the Nuggets have been just unbeatable, especially at home. But this team has just come together in exactly the image that we thought it would.
Yep.
And it's just like, it makes you feel like it's kind of been worth it.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
The last couple of years were really, really tough. But, we always thought this team could look like it does right now. And it feels like nothing ever works out like you plan it to in the NBA. But so far, this has worked out like we thought it would. And it feels good. It feels good because we've been through so much with this group. But we never lost sight of the long play. We never lost sight of the long-term goal.
How could
And
you?
we're here now.
Yeah, man, this is the grand architecture of one Tim Connolly. He figured out the core of these three players, Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray, and Nikola Jokic, and then made the trade to bring in Aaron Gordon, the perfect complement. And then, you have the other player that can kind of come in and out. It's been KCP. It was Will Barton before, but that
Also,
grand
the thing
architecture.
is, I think Tim Connolly was still going to make that KCP trade.
I
too.
think so,
the
too.
exact
He
trade
was
that
a
was
target. He was a
set
target,
up
yes.
well before Connolly left. But it's another
neither
point
here nor
for
there.
another day.
But the point is that this is the difference between football and basketball. These long form sports, basketball especially, this is why you watch game by game. People get heated, they get mad. We got to cut the get it. It's you can't think that way if you're watching a basketball team seriously. There are too many games. There are too many things that happen, and you just have to slowly. You have to as much as everyone gets mad at Coach Malone for his slow adjustments. It's that's what not only you're afforded in this type of a league, but what you need to. You cannot be reactionary. Mm-hmm. You have to sort of just let things happen, slowly grow. It's like bonsai,
And there's a best of
Great simile right there.
You're
Great
unbelievable
metaphor.
with those. There's a best of both worlds thing going on too, because I do think Tim built a championship core, and I think Calvin has sprinkled.
Yes, it's just as important. He's got the
Calvin's
final touches. Absolutely.
Wynn said the way we envision this team, which is true, and then I would say, and then some, and that's the Booth kind of touch on this. So it's really fun, man. It's really fun to see, and it's important to stop and enjoy it. When the goal is title or bust, which for so many people it is. As a fan, that's not the same thing as the organization, but it's important to remember, like Wynn said, like you said, we waited and we struggled for this, and we paid for this, in more ways than one. So to see it now, you better enjoy it. You better have fun with it. Because we waited for it, and it feels good.
Yeah, there's no promises in this life. We know that the basketball gods are not only punitive, they are tricksters.
And always watching.
They are mean-spirited. They are always watching. They have been watching Ja Morant with close concentration.
They've also been watching this show for the last 3 years.
They love this show, dude. You know what they do? They hit the like. The basketball gods hit the like. You hit it as well, please. But it's just, like we've been saying for the past however long, truly for the Denver Nuggets, they have what they need, and now it comes down to luck and health. And those two could be construed as the same thing.
Yep.
So, there's a particular chat that is hilarious. I don't know if I should read it.
Okay.
Cool.
I want to go
Good
to
job, particular
You know what I'm
chat.
going to say? It says Black History Month, where's Dev? He's at the arena. He's at the arena.
Yeah.
He'll be on. Yeah,
He
he'll be
got
on.
to go to the arena
We
today.
didn't let him go.
I want to go to a player now that goes back to your big takeaway vote, but Vlatko Čančar got the start tonight. 17 points for Vlatko. 7 of 10 shooting. I'm with you. I'm with your big takeaway. He has to be in the rotation, I think, if you're looking for a 3-4 off the bench in the playoffs, that has to be him over Jeff Green. I really do not see the argument for Jeff Green. I have no idea what it could be. But Vlatko just makes stuff happen.
Yep.
He plays with great energy, which is probably the thing Jeff Green lacks the most. He's always just making something happen, whether it's a deflection on defense, whether it's a rotation. And then on offense, he's got this great chemistry with Jokic. Eric and I were joking during the game that the Nuggets should have minimum 3 Balkans on the roster at all times.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
we need one. We'll take Bojan.
Yeah, we need one more. Like maybe this could be the move at the trade deadline. Just get another Balkan on this team.
Though. That's the one exception.
Yeah, I don't know. But you can just tell there's this great chemistry with Jokic and Vlatko. And Vlatko's a player, man. He keeps shooting it great from 3. He was 3 or 4 from distance tonight.
Dude.
And now we're, more than half the season. He's played a lot. He's still got this ridiculous percentage from 3. He's got to be playing. He's got to be in the rotation. He makes too many things happen every single time that he's out there for him not to be.
He's so good in the corners. The corner 3 is well in the circle of trust from Vlatko. Like that, if a possession ends with that, you'll take it even when he misses, right? And then tonight could have been, and in some ways was, a tough matchup for him with Kuminga. Like, I think if you wanted to, one of Vlatko's flaws in the NBA would probably be like fluidity and I was going to say athleticism. He did dunk from the free throw.
What are you talking about?
You know what? He dunked from the goddamn free throw line this year.
You're right. I would still say that Kuminga.
How much olive oil did you have,
I would still say Kuminga even more athletic, right? And so like, and he did struggle for stretches to guard him, but he gave it right back to him just about every time. And like Wynn said, he was so active. The ball doesn't. It's hard for things to get stagnant when he's out there because he keeps the ball moving, but he keeps himself moving.
And especially on that second unit, man. Yeah. When the second unit is at its worst is when it's just Jamal Murray or previously Bones Highland dribbling the ball, just pick and roll, and that's it. And when Vlatko's out there, he'll make a quick cut to the elbow. Or like he'll set a quick back screen on somebody and get a teammate open. He does that kind of stuff that Jeff Green just doesn't do.
Like, Vlatko got his opportunity to play over the last several months, and he got acclimated to playing in the NBA. He's playing to his potential here finally. He would get these like spot starts, sometimes there, sometimes not, so it always looked kind of clunky with him. But like, and we're like, how is this guy so incredible in FIBA? And then when he plays in the NBA, it's like shaky and weird. But now it's like, this man, like, he came in at first and he was playing the Aaron Gordon role, like hanging out under the basket. Jokic was trying to pass it to him as though he would Aaron Gordon, and Vlatko wasn't like really ready or like prepared for it. But then like Vlatko started to play like Vlatko, and started to like post up in the corner, hit threes, drive the basket a little bit, get some finishes, and he looked incredible. And then for like a while, he was leading the team in scoring. And it's just, like Vlatko is cooking. Jeff Green was down, and like now he's taking a long time to start back up. But to me, it's like, dude, Jeff Green, like what a great, like that's a player coach. That's a perfect like insurance policy on the bench. Like that guy, he doesn't need to play all the time. Like, and Vlatko is the exact. I mean, there's like such a 1-for-1 trade those two. It's not like you're giving something up by putting Vlatko in that you're getting from Jeff Green. Like, it makes no sense. They have to.
I mean, here's my thing, man. Like, this is the bottom line. If you lose because Vlatko played poorly, that's preferable than losing because Jeff Green didn't try hard enough. Now, rarely is it going to come down to either of those things, but my point is it can't be effort-based for this group with this roster, and it shouldn't be when there's a guy who's so eager to play well, like Vlatko is. He had to scrape and scrap for every second on the court. And he's not going to take it for granted. He might play poorly, but he's not going to take it for granted.
Dude, it's been a while since we've seen him play poorly.
Yeah. He's always going to give you something. He's always going to make something happen.
Yeah.
A couple more guys I want to get to. We've got Dev at the arena, who we're going to hear from in a little.
Let's go.
We got to talk about the latest on Bones Highland as well, but let's hit another break. Then we will get to all of that momentarily.
Oh, break time.
Oh,
we call this the break.
Can somebody get me a beer during this break?
Yeah, dude.
Marissa,
One of our new partners is she went home, bro.
God.
Is Shady Rays.
Oh man.
And Shady Rays is a sunglasses
This
company.
is a second pair of sunglasses.
Oh, hang on. Hang on. Oh, wait, I found it.
You
Here's
just did a sunglass change mid-show.
I did, yeah. The first pair was not from Shady Rays, so I had to.
Okay, well, listen.
Who comes to work with just 2 pairs of
You guys
sunglasses?
know me. What do you think happened? I left the first pair last time I came.
Oh, that makes sense.
All right, Shady Rays is hooking up DNVR listeners with an absolutely outrageous deal right now. If you use code DNVR, if you go to shadyrays.com or visit them in-store at Park Meadows Mall, they're going to give you 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself. The shades rated 5 stars by over 200,000 people. If you misplace them or break them, let them know. They might just send you a new pair.
If you want two pairs of sunglasses for a nighttime show you're a part of,
they will send you a brand new pair. No questions asked. Wear them with confidence because they've got your back long after you purchase. If you don't love them, you can exchange for a new pair or return them free within 30 days. It's kind of like Bacchus and Schenker, you know what I mean? You're essentially trying this product out before you really pay for it.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
It's a sign of a great company.
kind of.
You don't actually pay any money if you
Yeah.
don't like the
That's right.
service or the product.
But you will. You're going to like these Shady Rays. So get them. Right now you can get, remember, you can get 2 pairs or more of polarized sunglasses. You're going to get 50% off your order.
you just deked Kale. He thought you'd switch to the Bacchus and Schenker ad. You just put that on. You got him up. And then
I don't even know if we have that ad. We don't. Let's talk about the Mile High City Golden Ale. Sorry, Kel. From Breckenridge Brewery. Breckenridge Brewery is the official beer of DNVR, and the Mile High City Golden Ale is the official beer of the DNVR Nuggets.
Hell yeah, it is.
It's licensed. It's official. They got the retro, old look, the rainbow.
It's the most beautiful
It's the most
beer in the
beautiful
history of
can.
beers.
It truly is.
Full stop.
It's like a beer that you feel. It's like you're making out with a beautiful. We'll just say mate,
Sure.
man, woman, up to you.
So it's a retro look, but it's a fresh
Partner.
new taste. It's
Yes.
not like the Capolaga. It's the Mile High City Golden Ale. It's delicious, and it pairs quite well with a winner's lounge, if I do say so
delicious.
myself.
Delicious.
You can find that here at the DNVR Bar on York and Colfax. You can find it where you usually find your booze. If you want to be extra sure, check out the Breck Beer Locator. Tell it what you're looking for. It'll tell you where to go. Breck Brew, friends of ours. They should be friends of you too.
Not the
Amen.
Not
All right,
Bono.
we are back here on the DNVR Nuggets.
Well,
Wow.
sure, birthday,
Post-game
Bono.
Winners Lounge. We are presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use the code DNVR when you
Shades are
sign up and
back
download
on
the
now?
DraftKings Sportsbook app.
What is happening?
What's going on?
Every time I look at Vogt, his eyes look different. A different pair of sunglasses. They're on. They're off. I don't know what's
They're
happening.
bloodshot, they're
I'm
not.
uncomfortable.
Courtside fit. It's courtside fit.
God damn it.
Oh, man. All right, who else do I want to talk about? I want to talk about Bruce Braun. He played great tonight.
So good, man.
Plus 11 off the bench. The only guy off the bench who finished in the positives. Played 31 minutes tonight. 17 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. He was great. I mean, Bruce Braun he's well in the circle of trust, right?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like Vlatko actually is approaching the circle of trust
Bro,
for me.
the circle is expanding.
Yeah. Vlatko might get in there pretty soon for
Give
me.
me your circle right now.
Nikola Jokic,
Okay, he's also in mine. Yes.
Jamal
I have that
Murray,
as well.
Yep.
KCP,
Yes.
Bruce Braun. I think I might be ready to put Vlatko in there.
Bro.
And then Christian Braun, the only reason why I'm hesitant on putting Christian Braun 100% in the circle is because he just does not have a three-point shot.
I know.
I know, man.
It's
And
crazy
he-
how Christian Braun has the worst three-point shot on the team. You know?
It's not surprising. He will get better.
I just don't trust his three at all.
For me, it's his
and I'm a
boyish
bit
haircut.
worried about that. Is that it for you?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
sorry, no, go ahead.
No. You're good.
We've talked about this before. Long term, I trust he can develop that shot, right? It's what every young player is working on.
Yeah.
He's going to play some guard minutes in his career, you know, and he's going to have that shot. But I agree with you as of right now, because he's such a know my role guy, which can include they're helping off me. I should stand here and take this shot. I'm open, but it's not always going in. And I don't want to knock him too hard for that because I don't think that really should be his job yet in year one. But I'm with Wyndon. Like, it's the difference between him and fully in that circle.
Bro, my circle of trust, all the starters. Bruce Braun.
Michael Porter Jr.'s in your circle of trust.
Yes.
Okay.
All of the starters as a unit, I have full faith. Every player, and then I will add Bruce Braun to that, and that probably is where it stops. All the starters.
Vlatko?
Yes.
Vlatko's in mine. I think
Yes.
Vlatko's in mine, man.
I've got a 7-man circle.
I would just be nervous in the playoffs if Christian Brown's getting big minutes and teams are just backing
Yes.
off of him from
Yes.
three. If Draymond's pulling an Aaron Gordon and just like letting him
I
shoot
agree
the
with
three,
that.
that worries me a little bit. But that being said, Christian Brown was great tonight, and he had 3 steals in his first 13 minutes. He was running the floor hard. He had 5 rebounds, the second most on the Nuggets. Christian Brown, I mean, as soon as Bones Highland gets traded, again, we'll talk about that more in a little bit. Christian Brown will, definitely be playing 20 minutes a game every night. We might be there right now, but he was really good again.
Good things just happen when he's on the floor. He's just one of those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he's awesome.
What a pick by Calvin Booth, man.
I do think, man, Calvin Booth has a lot of early, there was not a long runway. He had to come in and he had to get some decisions right off the bat.
I wrote this about Calvin Booth when I kind of wrote a profile on him when we were out at Summer League, just kind of him taking over in his vision. And I had a NBA scout who's regarded as one of the best scouts and international scouts as well in the business. He told me that Calvin Booth is the best talent evaluator he's ever been around. And this guy who's telling me this, he wouldn't bullshit me on this. The best talent evaluator he's been around. So far, I see it.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue. Bruce Brown, KCP, those 2 moves alone, great moves. And then adding adding Christian Brown. Peyton Watson, we'll see. Remember, that was a first-round pick,
We will see.
So that, we'll see. That was a bit of a flyer, obviously.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
We'll see. We'll see on that one.
Different.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. You can take that flyer. The other 3 moves he made are such sure things, man. It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy how effective those decisions were. But Christian is, I think maybe we could use this time to talk about the bench look as a whole without Bones. In the first half, it wasn't great.
No, it was bad.
And I bring that up because for a whole host of reasons, it sure looks like this Bones thing is happening, right? And I think it's important to remember, even if you're low on him, it's not going to look great just because he's not there.
No.
There are going to be stretches where it won't. They'll struggle to score, There are going to be moments where I think the defense and the running that these units are conducive to, it's going to keep them afloat and maybe have a better look to it. But it's not Bones is gone, now the bench is ready to go.
No, dude, they, the bench unit in the second, there was one stint in the second half that was the bench. No stagger, no starters on the floor. It was Unky. It was Zeke. Jesus. It was Bruce Brown. It was
Cum Bucket.
It was the Cum Bucket. And it was
KCP was out there, I think.
No, it was not. It was
I think he was
Vlatko, maybe. I don't even remember. Anyway, it was pure bench players, and it actually was successful, but not for a good process. They just kept shooting the ball deep and you're right, KCP wasn't. And they just kept making deep 2-point shots. They were not good shots, but they were going in. I mentioned this briefly in my big takeaway. They were successful defensively. Christian Brown knocked the ball away from DiVincenzo. There were a couple other steals that happened, and they were disruptive on that end. But the offense, even the numbers will look a lot better than typically they would on a night like tonight. Because again, they weren't getting anything at the rim, which is not something you can count on, especially with that group. Yeah. So, man, to me, again, we might as well just talk about this Bones thing now. Clearly tonight, the Denver Nuggets were not going to play Bones. They were going to see what life looks like after Bones. It's a little bit of a misnomer or a little bit unfair, a little red herring-ish, because the Warriors wore down so heavily. Second night of a back-to-back, that wasn't a full squad that you were playing. They were a shell of themselves. But, I mean, it worked. And when it worked, the Nuggets were triumphant, and they were easily triumphant tonight. So.
Yeah. And, I mean, Bones, to your point, didn't even get it in garbage time tonight. There was garbage time the last minute of this game. Peyton Watson went in, Ish Smith went in, Davon Reed, Bones Highland didn't go in. That being said, DeAndre Jordan didn't go in either. So,
no.
I don't know how much you want to take from that. But, yeah, on the Bone situation, he's definitely getting traded. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
I would be stunned. I would be absolutely stunned if he was on this team post-deadline because my sense being around the team, I was at the arena the other night, if he's on the team for much longer, I think it'll become an even bigger distraction than it is right now. And I think there's a lot that's gone on with him behind the scenes that we haven't heard about and that we'll probably find out about. I mean, I think the biggest reason why he's going to get traded is just he hasn't been as good as the Nuggets expected him to be this year. He hasn't had a great season. Like you just haven't been able to rely on him on the court. I don't think the Nuggets think they can rely on him in the playoffs when they absolutely need steady minutes. I think they want to play Christian Braun more. The front office does. This is one way to do that as well. And I just feel like Bones also wouldn't be opposed to another situation where he is playing more and in a role that he sees as better for himself. I feel like just that's the way we're headed. And it's sad, man. I think it's really sad how the situation is turning out because Bones Hyland, you think back to last year, he's Mile High City, baby. He's this incredible kid who looked like he could be a core part of this team. But again, like I was saying earlier, things in the NBA never really work out how you hope they would 100%. And it seems like the writing's definitely on the wall.
It's a good example of how championship timelines change a lot, right? There's another timeline in which Bones' start to the sophomore campaign is suboptimal, and it's not that big a deal. You ride it out. He's a, low-cost, team-controlled young kid. But Denver is trying to figure out what lines up with the championship window. And I do think to some of the points you were just making, Harrison, we're in two-way street territory now, right? Like, I think at this point, it looks like Bones is as ready for this to be over as the Nuggets are. And that's point of no return stuff. So for some folks who would say, I don't get it, like you should just keep him, even if you don't play him in the playoffs, I think it sure seems like we're past that point in terms of the relationship, where, as you said, Harrison, it's likely more distracting than anything to keep him around. And I don't want to sound like I'm flipping, right? Like my preference the whole time was that it worked out with Bones.
Absolutely.
I loved how much he embraced the fan base and how much the fans embraced him. I loved how fun it was to watch him. I think he's got a fun career ahead of him, and I wanted it to work out here. But I do think we're in a point of no return territory.
Yeah.
Man.
The thing is, Bones is like, he's an incredible offensive player if you think about it.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have to think very hard.
For a guy to be in his second season, be the high volume 3-point shooter that he is, a guy who takes as many tough threes, deep threes as Bones does, and to be shooting like 38, 39%, which he kind of still is this year, his efficiency isn't that bad. That says a lot. Like, Bones is a talent. He's an absolute talent.
Right.
And he can definitely pop off in another situation for sure. It's just, for this team, they're trying to win a championship this season. And what the Nuggets have to ask themselves every day when they're evaluating this group is, who can we trust, not just in a playoff game, who can we trust in an NBA Finals game?
Yeah.
And right now, you just can't trust Bones. You can't. I hate to say it, but you just can't. And that, I feel like, is ultimately the reason why he's probably not on this team post-trade deadline.
Bummer.
It is a bummer. It is a real bummer, for sure.
We'll see what happens.
Let's hit another break. We got Superstar Dev coming in from Ball Arena after this. Apparently, Jamal Murray let off a fire quote. I can't wait to hear about that. We'll also get the lowdown on what Michael Malone had to say as well.
The Game Time app is an awesome app hooking up two different types of people. The people that don't yet have tickets to the game and the people who just realized they're not going to be able to make it to the game.
I love how you always position this as some sort of weird dating app.
That's right. That's right.
I'm
a matchmaker.
There's no dating involved. This
no.
is just you buy a ticket.
D-Line's right. That's an important part of the pitch. You don't have to find love. You just have to find great seats to your favorite Denver events. Like, I don't know, the Denver Nuggets.
Oh, hell yeah.
Have you fellas noticed how fun they are in Ball Arena?
No, I'm always here with you idiots.
Oh, that's true. It's really fun. You should go. If you love DNVR, you'll love Game Time. The best way to support us is by buying your tickets through the link in the description. Kale's got it highlighted on the YouTube end. Podcast listeners, it's in that pod description as well. You can join over 15 million people who have downloaded the Game Time app to score the best seats to all your favorite events. There are a lot of ticketing apps, but when it's all said and done, after you've paid all the fees, you're going to love the deals that you find at Game Time. Hot tickets, baby. Hot tickets. You never know, man. You never know what tickets go available last second, so you got to be downloading and checking that Game Time app, and they'll hook you up with the good stuff. A Winner's Lounge is probably the best way to end the day. Do you guys know what the best way to start the day is?
Winner's Lounge.
Good. Athletic Greens?
Yes. Good guess, Eric, but that's not possible.
Okay.
Harrison was right. It's the Athletic Greens. Mm-hmm. All you need is 12 cold ounces of water and 1 scoop of this stuff, and you've got everything you need. 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole foods, source superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens. Don't turn yourself into the person who has like all the pills cases that to tell you like, oh, today's Saturday, I need to take this vitamin and this vitamin. Get it all in 1 scoop. It's delicious. It's refreshing. It's Athletic Greens. And right now, if you go to athleticgreens.com/nuggets, they're going to help you take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. They're going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase.
I love Athletic Greens.
We're back. I do too.
All right, back here on the DNVR Nuggets Winners Lounge. Another Winners Lounge with the fellas. Let's go live to him right now.
Hey, wait a second.
There he is.
This son of a
Superstar Dev.
This bastard.
Superstar Dev is in the house. What's up, man?
Well, I just want to start out with like Happy Black History Year month.
Year? Now you want the whole year? Well, fine, man. That's fine. You can have whatever you want.
Last year and the year for that and everything else. Like,
We celebrated at the bar tonight. You missed out, man.
Yeah.
talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Adam's coming up. I can't see him in the background. First off, let me just start out by telling you guys that Adam made me do everything tonight. Everything. It was crazy. I was rubbing icy hot on his back. It was nuts.
Wow.
Just
TMI.
Yeah. Okay, but I know that you guys didn't come to talk about Adam. You guys came to talk about the Nuggets, who just had a very good game. Malone, he started it out with just talking about that third quarter because that was like a big turning point in the game. He said that they actually took one out of my book. They said, "Did you give a halftime speech?" And what did you say? He said that he was foaming at the mouth, some of his best stuff that he ever did. He said that it was eerily similar to the Pelicans game, where he said that he felt that they came out and did not close start the game how they wanted to, but they closed the quarter really well. Came out in the third quarter and really turned it on. And that was like a key piece of the game. He said that the defense was better in the second half. He felt that a lot of guys stepped up. Jamal was fantastic. Said that KCP is as solid of a pro that he's seen.
He loves KCP.
He also talked about Christian Braun. Christian Braun was actually the defensive player of the game for Harrison win. You might as well make that bet up.
Shout out.
He was just really high on the defense in the second half. He said he didn't like that the defense started out the game not that well, but it picked up in the second half. Then he went on to credit guys like Vlatko. He said Vlatko did not know that Aaron Gordon was not going to play this morning and shoot around, and it just kind of came out of nowhere. And Malone did a great job of going to tell Vlatko, like, we trust in you, we want you to play. We were trying to give you those minutes, but just stay ready because I believe in you. He said he doesn't want him to be happy that he's not playing, but just stay ready. And then he called on him. And Vlatko had like almost a career game, a career night here. So just guys just staying ready. He went on to talk about Jamal Murray in his minutes in the third quarter. He said he did they asked questions about why he went with Jamal and played him for pretty much the whole third quarter. He said it was the fouls early. That was the key point in that. And then he decided to just stick with it. He said Jamal thought that he was coming out of the game. He said, no, stick with it. And then we saw that Jamal had a crazy second half, starting with that third quarter. And then he kept on talking about Aaron Gordon. Jamal Murray. He said that he was kind of Aaron Gordon was not an all-star. Actually pissed off about Jamal Murray as well. He really does hope that Jamal is able to play in the game if there is a reserve. He said that if there's a guard that's out, maybe due to an injury or just not playing in the game, that it goes with Jamal. If it's a big, then he can go with Gordon high on those guys.
Yeah, Jamal's going to have to get in over De'Aaron Fox and Anthony Edwards. That's going to be tough.
A tough one. Eyes in, sat there and listened. Vlatko got to talk. He was a starter. This was close to a career high for him. He was off by 2 points. And he said that he just does the simple things. That's what the team needs. He said that there's enough scores in the game. He focuses on the little things, and that's what changed in the game and why he's able to be consistent. And that's very but he makes sure that he does it. Said that this is one of the best seasons for this team. The question came out of if this is the best team that they had. He didn't go on to say that, but he said that it just does have to feel. Getting Jamal back, getting Michael Porter Jr. back. It's taking pressure off of Jokic, and it'll leave someone wide open. It's either him or Jeff Green. They asked him what led to his big game. Vlatko, he got a little bit of. He said, "I was the worst. Had to leave me open, and I decided to knock some shots down." So, and jovial and whatnot.
Nice.
They went on to ask if it's difficult with him not knowing his role. If he's not going to be able to play some nights. And he said that it used to be difficult, but not so much anymore. He said Michael Malone is really transparent with him, and he just tells him straight up how it is. He said, the players that want to make a difference, that's where the sacrifice comes into play. He's really big on those sacrifices.
For sure.
And then the big question came. It said, is this the best that Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic have looked together? What do you guys think he brought up?
Probably no. He said no.
The bubble. He brought up the bubble.
He said the bubble. He said,
Yeah,
this is
come on.
close to the bubble, but there's not. It's going to be very difficult for you to reenact.
Yeah, Jamal
that.
Murray was
There's
better than Michael Jordan in the bubble.
That was good. I remember that.
But for him to go on and say that this is close to the bubble, like that does show you exactly where that team is at and the chemistry there. I know we only talk about, to Malone and these. We talked to two guys. Nope. They brought out Jamal. Adam kicked me back in there. I was ready to get off. I was texting and writing Kel. I'm like, hey, I'm ready to go home. I am tired. He said, nope, you got to listen to Jamal. So we listened to Jamal in this one. Jamal was in not so great of a mood, but he did have some pretty good quotes in this one.
He was grumpy?
So the question came back. I kind of picked it up as, are you back? That's not the real question, but I paraphrase that. He said that he's not officially back. He's still trying to find his defense.
Okay, keep that in mind. Not back.
Not back.
What?
Not back.
Hang on, let me write that down.
Has he seen the backometer? Dude, he's clearly back.
Yeah, I paraphrased that. So he didn't actually say that. He said that he is still trying to find his defense. He just played the game, and that one he's not really focusing on that part of it. They went on to ask him like what makes Malone so good, like what makes him the coach for this team. He said that the willingness to pull guys to the side, keep them confident, let them know when they're doing good. He does a great job of communicating when they're not doing so well. So he's not a distant coach, and that was pretty big for him. They went to go talk about if this was a game that he wanted to have extra pep in, just because was he snubbed from the All-Star game? He said no, he didn't think about it. He's just out there playing basketball right now. What he was high on and where he found some joy is talking about KCP. He said he compares him to Gary Harris.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Don't play with my heart like that, Dev.
Mr. Contavious?
He He said they both they're really into basketball. They both can shoot the ball really well, and they don't try to do too much. Those are the vibes that he's getting from those type of guys. He said that those two play a lot of Call of Duty. He was speaking to my soul. He brought up Gary Harris. He talked about Call of Duty and the camaraderie that comes. This guy was spitting. You know what I'm saying? He did say that he was the best. I believe it. I don't see the other guy.
Dev, apparently there's some fire Jamal quote we need to hear. What did Jamal say?
We're getting there. I told you, we're getting there. They asked him. They said, "Hey, Jamal, is this team different from the other teams?" He said, "We are a championship team. We're a championship team. There's not much room for guys that are not buying into their roles." It was a mic drop moment. Just now.
Oh, did that feel pointed at anybody in particular?
I wouldn't have looked at Bones. I wouldn't.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah,
interesting
that's
quote.
a telling quote.
We're a championship team. There's no room for guys not buying into their roles.
Yo, that's tough. That's
All right,
tough.
We'll have to talk about that. Anything else, Dev?
What's that?
Can you guys see my full face? I can see only half my face. Huh?
Yeah, we only see half your
you
face
have to move
too.
a little to the right. Yeah.
Are you trying to be mysterious? What are you doing? The other way. Yeah.
Yeah, your other right.
Yeah,
There
that's
you go.
right.
Why would you guys say that? I couldn't see myself the whole time, and then I came here. And
Well,
You've
you're
been
fine.
slowly
You were
migrating.
drifting in and out.
Yeah, you're good.
No, there was nothing else, man. Like, just you guys go and celebrate Black History Month. Do something cool.
Oh,
For you, man.
for you always.
That's
It's
what
all,
we'll do in the last 5 minutes of this
It's
show.
all for you every day for you, Dev.
Get home
Talking
safe.
about that is what I'm talking about.
Get
See
home
you
safe.
guys, fellas.
See you, Dev.
See you, man.
Take care, man. Thank you.
Dev's
I
the
mean,
best.
before we get out of here, let's talk about that quote. Jamal Murray says we're a championship team and that there's no room for guys not buying into their roles. I mean, it feels significant. It feels like a statement.
Yeah, I mean, it could it seems obviously a statement. It could also be just talking about years past versus this year.
For sure.
It feels particularly pointed at this exact moment in time based on the fact that there was only one guy that had been playing that didn't play.
Yeah.
So that's, I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's like perceived as a shot at Bones. It's a matter of fact. And it's probably, Jamal is, as of this moment, Bones' vet, right? They're on the same team. Let's say it is for Bones to hear. Then he needs to hear it. It's not
for sure.
The answer wasn't you weren't good enough. We didn't like you. We didn't want you around. It's none of that. None of that. As a pro, no matter how talented you are on a championship team, the number one most important question is how bought in are you to your job?
Here's something about buying in. You want to know who's bought in this season? Michael Porter Jr.
Yep.
That's a guy who's bought into a championship team.
This is my issue. Michael Porter Jr. had the same attitude and the same play style as Bones Highland.
Yes.
And he was frequently benched, and we spent all of our time yelling back and forth, Malone's an idiot, fire Malone, play Michael Porter Jr., blah, blah, blah. He had to, break him like a stallion.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, he was like a wild horse. And he had to, get him into this place where he's like, yo, listen. And a lot of it came from, the universe just telling Michael Porter Jr., yo, you need to be great for all of you, all you have. This can come and be taken from you so quickly.
Taken from you, yeah.
But Michael Porter Jr. has gained very valuable perspective, and now he is a perfect complement to Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, and he's not absorbing all of the sun. He's not just trying to take shots, dribbling the ball, just making ill-advised plays because he's just used to doing it. He's used to being the best player on any team like he was early on. And so I know that future is in store for Bones. I hate that it seems like it's in a place where we can't get past this to get to the other side of what I know he has just inherently.
Yeah. And the fact that MPJ has bought in like he has this season, I know for a fact that that's been appreciated in the Nuggets locker room. I know for a fact that guys really just respect Michael Porter Jr. and they have a lot of admiration and just like there's a lot of acknowledgement about how Michael Porter Jr. has bought in this season.
Dude, there's like a stoicism to Michael Porter Jr. in a strange way. Like,
and his teammates really, really respect just that aspect of his maturity this year.
You have to. And it comes on the back of, like, it's well documented, but there's a poor word choice, 3 surgeries, 3 back surgeries. And there are so many reasons for him to have reached a place in basketball where he's taking shots he's been taking his whole life, and everyone in the gym is yelling at him. And like he can't do the things he can't do the things he used to do, and he's got to manage his back. Like there was a lot of fold potential, man.
Yeah,
like people who love ball less, people of less fortitude, might fold in that situation. And Porter, Porter responded, man. And the thing about Porter you have to remember is how much he loves basketball. Like he's just in there working. And he wants to be good at this. He wants to be great at this. And
lucky for him, he is.
Yeah, it's shining
absolutely. I am telling you though that him buying in like he has this year has won over like the Nuggets locker room in his favor. Guys are really, they have a lot of respect for what he's done this year and changed his game. All right, let's hit super chats. Got lots to get through here.
Let's go.
Jokic officially averaging a triple-double without rounding error. Nuggets still undefeated with a Jokic triple-double.
You know what's funny is at the beginning of the season, we were talking about what Jokic would have to do to win a third straight MVP. And we said, average a triple-double, be the 1 seed, and have the most efficient season of his career.
What's checking out, Wind?
All 3 of those boxes are checked right now.
What the hell are we watching? So true. Danny K. Denver police report Ballerina's been robbed of 2 All-Stars, AG and Blue Arrow.
Hell yeah.
Perpetrators have been described as ignorant and really lame. If found, please contact Jokic Brothers for justice.
That's a great.
That's an ominous use of justice.
$10 well spent.
I love an APB. Like we're looking for 2 really lame suspects.
Yeah. What else do we got? Steve, only 1 All-Star? F it. We'll take that he has no All-Star help, 3-time MVP then. Look,
there it is.
As far as narratives go,
it definitely does help the narrative.
They give us no choice. They have backed us.
I'm telling you,
I think written the narrative for us.
I believe AG will get in.
Yeah, Injury replacement?
I believe he will take Zion Williamson's spot.
Maybe.
Freddie, how about that KCP steal? Too bad he threw it back to them, but still, so amazing. Also, Murray Fleury and Endgame Porter quarter. I love this. I love this too, Freddie.
I know.
KCP is so freaking good.
Dude, he's unbelievable.
We have like all of these like little treats that we can we were like, Porter quarter. Ooh,
I know.
Murray Fleury. Ooh,
I know.
KCP is just a robot, man. He's a machine.
Bro, it was a spot start from Vlatko tonight, and he scored 17 points.
Just so many delicious little nuggets.
And you're like, oh man, they're all good. Isn't that what you say? Right?
No.
Oh. Nathaniel Kajiwara. I've only been to 1 Nuggets game, home game, and it had to be the one against the Pistons.
Oh, man.
Nathaniel, I'm not going to lie, dude. That's impressively
rough,
bad
Yeah,
luck,
that's good
man.
work, man.
Oh,
I
man.
can't believe you're still a fan.
He says it's worth it to watch them dominate from my
Never
couch,
play
though.
Russian roulette, just even with your
Man,
like when you're.
can we get Nathaniel back in the building? It gets better than that, man. I promise. That's hilarious. Super chat from Dakari.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Super chat take 2. They need to give Vlatko minutes. Money well spent.
Vlatko Jeff
Definitely,
minutes is
Dakari,
true.
definitely.
Vlatko Jeff minutes. Thank you. I'm with you there.
We're all in agreement.
Even in that framing. Kings going to be the 2nd seed. Memphis did lose again tonight, fellas.
Dude,
Bro.
if the Kings are the number 2 seed,
Light the beam.
man, what a year from the Kings.
Memphis is, they're getting closer and closer to the rest of the pack than they are to Denver. Just saying.
Maybe he meant like we're fine in the West. Like we're
fine
okay in the West. Yeah, we're like
we're
okay
pretty
in the
good
West.
against the East.
Yeah, but we're like fine.
We're
We're like
West.
fine.
No,
in the
I'm
West.
with you. I tried to make that same joke on Twitter.
I bet it went well.
It didn't. Now with shooters, this is from our guy, S. Williams. Now with shooters, you can't dare Jokic to make the right play because he will. This is true, man. Big difference this year as it won't be bench players all series. It's so true, man. You cannot guard Jokic that way.
No
in the
Bryn
playoffs.
Forbes this year, fellas.
Yeah.
Well, let's see how this Bones thing shakes out before.
Minnesota's interesting.
I know. I was just going to say. Can you imagine? 5-5-5-5-5-ish. Let's go. Can we even start calling our wins bad anymore? No, they've been good for about a month, but your bit is good as well.
Yeah.
So another win down, only 14 more wins till 50 wins, and the Nuggets ruled West.
Bro.
It's changing.
Bro, what is the Nuggets' final win total?
49.5.
No. What
That
will
was
they,
it coming into the
no,
season.
what will they end? How many wins will the Nuggets
I
end
think they're
this
going to get
season with?
58. That's my guess.
I get.
How many more games do they have?
They're
at 52, so 30 more games.
Yeah.
Go 20-10 maybe. 56 and 26.
I guess 57 at the beginning of the
still
season.
Go
feeling
23-7.
I'm still feeling 58. I mean, it's going to be really hard.
Could they get to 60? They could get to 60.
They could get to 60. They could get to 60.
Yeah, they could
They
easily
play every
get to
game
60.
at home. It's no problem. Damian Gonzalez. I'm in town and was at the game tonight. All the Nuggets are good. Can't wait for the Hawks game.
Let's go.
The other super chat.
I also
is in
can't wait for the
shambles.
Hawks game.
Yo,
That's gonna be a fun
Takeover event. Takeover event.
Yes.
Did we
Oh, that thing is sold out.
But
Sold
there
out.
were-
Sold out.
there were 2 tickets.
Oh, that is right. Yeah, we
I
have.
haven't seen an update on that.
We potentially have 2 tickets.
We potentially have 2 more tickets to the takeover.
Stand
you
by.
want-
Keep an eye on
Potentially
Twitter.
not committing to that 100%,
Yeah,
but
keep an eye on
maybe.
Twitter.
DM the DNVR Nuggets account
Yes.
if you're interested.
If you really want to go to takeover, DM us.
Alejandro, friend of the takeover. Actually, Alejandro. I was a smug Nugget.
Alejandro, bro.
I was a Nugget fan as I was making fun of Warriors fans in the arena. Every Nugget is good. Mull is back. Yoke is MVP times 3. CB is our 7th man.
man.
LFG.
You know what my favorite bit is when you're walking around the ball arena when the Warriors are in town? Is that you just find like an overweight Steph Curry fan. At the back of the jersey says Curry, and you say, you think he's a fan of Indian food?
Nice. We get it, Eric. We get it.
It's my best bit.
From the guy who brought you Cum Bucket.
I didn't bring it to you. I merely said
On
it.
this show you did. Josh Barnett. No Clay, no Dre. Send an L to the Bay.
Do you go
We just
around
met.
asking Jeff Green fans if they like the color green
Yeah,
too?
no, because you got to be like a big guy. Be like, I bet he's into Indian food.
Oh, fat joke. We're
Yeah,
making.
it's a fat
Okay.
joke.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
because of curry. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Right. It's a food joke. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Thanks, bro.
Glad you interrupted the super chat. Carl Comstat. Team Slovenia Vlatko was raining threes tonight. LF.
We're going to Slovenia next summer.
Dude, it's
Just kidding, but maybe.
Listen, if you guys,
Probably
someone wants
kidding.
to sponsor that trip, we will go. Terrence Van Loo deliberately didn't look at the schedule because I needed a break after the Sixers game. Someone had to tell me the Nuggets were playing the Warriors. Hey, it worked out, man. It worked out.
Yeah.
You don't have to fear anyone if that game's at home, bro.
Dude, fear no one.
Fear no one. Ryan Trost, it's probably Trost. All I ask in return for basketball gods or for my immaculate fandom is the LOB and a Jokic 2020 at some point in career.
2020 would be awesome.
Oh, the Larry O'Brien and 2020. I get it.
Bro,
A team like the Hawks is a team he could get 2020 against.
I'm more sure than ever it's happening.
What about the Maurice Podolov? We haven't talked about that even once.
That's for suckers.
Danny
Let the Celtics have it.
K. I think one thing that gets lost in the Bones situation is he embraced Denver and Colorado. He's bought his mom a house to live here, and it sucks to lose that.
Totally, man. I mean, Bones is a great kid. Like, we love him.
We specifically love him. Like, we actually have a relationship with him, and
Yeah.
you know, we do our best. Like, we don't let it cloud the way we talk about him. I just really like him. Like,
Yeah,
even
I
if
really
we
like him
hadn't
too.
done anything with it, like, I just enjoy him as a player. I like what he brings. I think it's
Bones is
talked
real,
about this
man.
a million times. Like, I love that he plays with joy.
Yeah.
I love that. Like, I just
Bones is so real, and so few NBA players are real.
yes.
Like, nobody in the NBA is real, but Bones is, and he's a great kid, and I hate that it's turning out
Stinks,
this
man.
way. I really do.
Stinks. Things are supposed to be vibey right now, but tough decisions to be made. TJ Price, super chat. Bones, Zeke, and the 29 first for Precious and Wancho.
I love Precious Achua. He's freaking good. He's a beast. He's like a mini Robert Williams. He'd be awesome.
Yeah, and Wancho. That was the
Wancho was the one I was supposed to
that's
get
the throw
excited
in.
about.
Yeah.
Wancho for the vibes.
We're in. You know that. Jeremy J. Rock, Michael, Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, PB and J.
You should PB and him.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know. I thought there was
Him being
I thought you're
him.
gonna land that plane, J. Rock, but I like where you're going with it. Travis Sween. Hit the game tonight with my lady. Congrats. Top fan base with
Congrats
the
on
top
the
human.
girlfriend, Travis.
Right, dude, that's pretty tight.
Dude, Travis was here the last time. He's a super homie.
I'm
Travis
just kidding.
rocks.
Love
Top
you, man.
fan base with the top human to bring us home every time. Vibes are solid. Side note, free my boy Busy.
Man.
Tough scene, man. Tough scene.
All right. That's all the time we got for tonight. We're way over an hour, but we had a lot to talk about tonight. We had a lot of super chats to get to.
Sometimes when the vibes are right, you just ride them.
Yeah. Thank you guys for riding with us tonight. It's been real. Big weekend coming up.
Bro.
Hawks are in town. We got the takeover. It's on Saturday, right?
It's on Saturday.
Yeah, holy smokes.
Saturday is going to be a hell of a day.
Bus only tickets sold out. Takeover tickets sold out. Like the vibes are going to be out of
We think we have 2 though. We have 2.
We think.
Maybe.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for riding with us. Hell of a Winners Lounge. We'll be back this weekend. Talk to you guys then.
Let's go.